Hi, welcome to Real Estate Raw. I'm Kevin Durston. Okay, what we saw in Melbourne on the weekend was an interesting one. It seems like buyer confidence is sort of crumbling in the market. Consumer confidence, for that matter, is crumbling. Recent surveys like Westpac, Melbourne Institute showed consumer sentiments at near recession levels, which is sort of unheard of in this recent times. I mean, the property market seems to be consistently delivering good and solid results. Funnily enough, I was on the phone earlier this morning with one of my investors. He's now down to 10 investment properties, so he's a pretty in that top 1% of property investors, and his biggest thing was the Queensland government, the Victorian government. And he said, he got a call from one of his real estate agents. They wanted to put rent up, 3-bedroom townhouse up here in Queensland, 800. I think he put it up to 800. The real estate agent said, no, we can go to 850. And he said, I just can't do that. And it's great that he's got a conscience. He's been investing for a long, long period of time. And what a lot of people don't know is that if you suck all the money out of investors, there will be no rental properties. He has 10 families that rely upon him for housing. And, he's a nice guy. As I said, he's been investing for a long time and he knows the game. It's these short-term investors that have been, the quick money-making schemes that you see all over the friggin' Facebook, and everyone's, I'll make you a millionaire, $150 million dollar portfolios if you just follow this system. It's just bullshit. Property investing is for the long term. You make your money when you buy. So, you got to get back to fundamentals. So what are the banks saying? Okay, it's going to be the higher for longer reality. CBA, Westpac, NAB and ANZ, they're all sort of saying roughly they think the peak could be around 4.35, but there's a lot of market commentary around that's only one more interest rate from the 4.1 where we are. So some people are sort of pricing in 3, and that's a lot of pain. I mean, it is for me. I'm a mortgage holder. Jesus. The market message for the hope for 2026 rate cuts has evaporated. We just got to now price in higher rates forever. The consultancy firms are saying the same thing. The black swan is the war in Iran. That shit, it's not going away. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll bring you more Real Estate Raw coming up soon. Have a great day.